I wake every morning to the sun, grab something to eat and get out on the run. I'll work all day and play all night. It's a southern fried life for me. I like my life southern fried, from my breakfast to my baby at night. And all points in between I play southern fried and work southern fried. I live, love, and laugh and worship southern fried. Southern fried is the life for me. Dragging to work looking so rough. My boss man tells me I gotta be tough. Just get on the job and get it done. It's a southern fried life for me. I like my life southern fried, from my breakfast to my baby at night. And all points in between I play southern fried and work southern fried. I live, love, and laugh and worship southern fried. Southern fried is the life for me. Tells me all the time that way of life will bring me down. I do my best to do things right, but it's a southern fried life for me. I like my life southern fried, from my breakfast to my baby at night. And all points in between I play southern fried and work southern fried. I live, love, and laugh and worship southern fried. Southern fried is the life for me. Hey ho! Hey ho!
You know, that whole thing right there would probably work better if I jumped. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing tonight?
Sorry, I was over yonder.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I got to think that down. Hi, Rob. That's Judith. We're here tonight with the Southern Fried Podcast. We don't have Miss Elizabeth tonight yet. Maybe she'll pop in here in a little bit. She should be back on regular next week. We're going to keep our fingers crossed.
Yes.
They're missing us and Miss Elizabeth. Let me go over to all my comments now. I'm going to make a quick stroll through. Hey, if you're following on Facebook, if you'll hit the Southern Fried Podcast Facebook page, give us a like and a follow. And if you want to comment there, it'll come up right here. It's pretty good about that, too.
Yes. And I couldn't get my Rumble to go. It said that same thing as it did last night.
Okay. Well, we've got one up. We do have the Southern Fried up on Rumble.
Yes.
So, and that's at Rob at Southern Fried. For the Southern Fried Podcast, y'all go over to the Rumble channel, give us a like and a follow there too. We're 70 something followers away there. Hey, Michael Weaver, how are you?
Hey, Michael.
Hey, we're gonna do some talking tonight because there's just too much stuff going on right now. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of wheels moving. Whole bunch of crap going on, and not just in the country but in the world. And I want everybody to chime in that wants to. And Michael, you feel free to jump in too. Hey, there's another Michael. You jump in here too. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff tonight, and we're getting started. We're going to change our start times to 7 and run to 9 is the goal. Hey there, Michael, we're going to talk about some serious stuff tonight, and then both of y'all, your opinions are valued, and everybody else that jumps in or wants to jump in. Looks like we've got some people out there all over the place. So y'all just jump right on in if you have an opinion. Football, Montana, the best. Football. Are you talking about soccer? Don't be talking about soccer, Mike. Oh, I know they call that football in some other countries. We don't call that football around here. Joe Montana was pretty stinking good. I'll give you that. If that's who you're talking about.
49ers.
The 49ers. All right. Well, let me turn my phone off here. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the biggie that's going on right now. We may come back and talk about this again later on as the night goes on. But I'm going to talk about first off about Joe Montana. Okay. I got you. This lady that was shot yesterday in Minnesota, Renee Nicole Good. I've seen all kind of videos. I
Yes.
looked, and the video that I'm seeing the most of is out there on mainstream media everywhere, and you can see an officer stand to the side and shoot somebody in the truck. Shoot her. You can actually see it. There is video out there from further away that shows that officer actually getting hit by the truck, by her SUV, before he shot. She actually hit somebody. And you can see it. It's plain. He doubles over the hood, you know. And even above and beyond that, the videos that I saw today that were on social media, her vehicle was in reverse to start with. Her tail light, her reverse lights were on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, I'm not going to excuse what the officer said when he walked up there. Okay. He told her, and I'm going to be frank, get the fuck out of the truck. Now, is that the right way to handle that situation? I'm going to say no. I will say this much. Everybody is human. And they had just gotten their vehicle unstuck. And then she put in and blocked them from going about the business and the jobs that they are supposed to be doing. And how aggravating can that be? Is that any excuse for language? No, it's not. Not excusing language, but I can understand someone being frustrated. But he walked up, told her to get the F out, and uh, it was in reverse. He told her to get the F out. You could see the lights turn off as she put it in gear. It hit the person in front of her. Now he was giving her a lawful order. He was giving her a lawful order that she chose to ignore. Yeah, Michael, that is established. That she did have a wife. That's established. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of the story. But yes, they were there to thwart ICE officers from arresting criminals. They were there to hinder. And her wife actually said, "This is my fault. I'm the one that talked her into coming today."
Mm.
All right. So, yes, that story came out too. The officer that did the shooting, that got hit by the car, had previously been dragged down the road by a car that he got struck by and messed up his arm. Yes, that story came out also. You know, y'all, I hate that this happened, but when Dave and I were going together, I did. Well, Michael W., let me ask you this: if you just got hit by a vehicle, okay, you don't know where it's going. There's other officers around. You have a split second to make a determination. All right, she's already hit me. Is she going after somebody else? You have a split second to make that decision. Now, think about this. That car is going past you. How long do you have to take aim? How long do you have to decide, make that split decision? Do I have to kill her? Or can I wound? You know, I'm sorry she died. That I hate
I
that.
hate that.
And I'm not. But number one, it was completely avoidable if she'd have followed the lawful order to start with. or not even have been there. They had no business interrupting ICE in their duties. I don't agree with people getting killed. That's not what I'm saying. But it was completely avoidable. Yeah, unless you've ever shot somebody, you don't know how you're going to react in that situation. We know the guy had been drugged down the road before by a vehicle, and gotten hurt. Okay. But let's put all that to the side. All right. For just a second. Back when I was on with the other guy, Dave, I made a comment months and months and months ago that these groups were not going to be happy and not going to be satisfied with ICE coming into their cities and states until somebody got killed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, but I'm not criticizing what you're saying. What your point there is, Michael. Don't kill that. I'm not criticizing that. Your thoughts are valuable. But yeah, if you don't have time to think, and he's already been hit before. But I made the comment months ago that they're not going to be happy until somebody gets killed. And I've been begging people, everybody out there, hey, don't fall for this. Don't hinder them. They've got a job to do. You don't see people go out and hinder ATF. You don't see people go out and hinder the FBI. You don't see people go out and hinder the CIA. These are federal employees. They have a federal mandated task. It's the same thing with us. They have a federally mandated task that they have taken oaths to do. And I believe that, Michael. They've been wanting someone to get killed. This is what they've been waiting for. Now they can go out and make this huge statement. Oh my gosh, look how horrible y'all are at the cost of somebody's life. It's ridiculous. They have absolutely, ICE has a tough job, okay? They have to go out and apprehend these people and send them back to where they came from. Okay? It's immigration control. I mean, that's what they do. That's their job. And it's not an easy job. And if these people, these dim states and safe havens would work with them, like when they're in the jail, when they have them already in custody, how silly is it to release them? They have them in custody. It's a safer transport of the person from custody to custody than it is to release them, and then they have to go out and go out and get them again. And then now anybody else that's around them that's not legal, they're obligated under oath to get them too. I don't understand what the concept is here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to air this one too. Now, we talked about this earlier today. Oh, Brother Jerry, hold the politicians accountable for inciting this violence and rebellion. Until this happens, it will continue and more will be killed. Absolutely.
Yeah, and Barry's got a
Absolutely.
comment on Rumble too.
Oh, I didn't. What we got over here on Rumble? I'm sorry. Hey, Barry, how are you? I'm sorry I was kicked over there. You got a couple comments. But you have to ask why did I see him showed up there because of all the fraud that's left in Minnesota, and they were looking for trouble. They found it. You're absolutely right. There's a lot of stuff going on. The woman had ran to Canada a while back, and they came back to the country for some reason, probably because someone was going to pay them to film ICE. That's what she was doing. Yeah, don't let them know they're going for trouble again. But these are all great comments and great thoughts, and I want to put a thought out there too, real quick. And Jennifer and I talked about it earlier today. So did Elizabeth and I. You have these safe haven cities. trying to be nice in how I say this, that say, oh, we support our immigrant communities. That's great. Support your immigrant communities. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm not. But there's a big difference between illegal immigrants and legal immigrants. There's a huge, difference between those two things. If they're here illegally, they've already broken the law. I mean, come on. They're lawbreakers already. And it just breaks my heart that this incident had to happen. Jerry said, immigrant communities should be proud that fraud and theft is being rooted out in their community. Yes, the immigrant community should be proud of that. They should be happy to see that. Now, the illegal ones aren't. They're looking to take the money and run. And they're fixing to see a bunch of them self-deport, I'm afraid. But that issue said, and so politicians in Congress, folks that need to be in jail, including Tim Walton, there's a lot of people right now that's probably fixed to pay a heavy price. But the rough part right now, there is so many moving parts to everything that's going on. All right, we have fraud going on in Minnesota. That is not a Minnesota problem. That is not just a Tim Walz problem. I bet that fraud is going on throughout the entire nation. I know they've said California's bad of it and the whole thing, but I think it's rampant throughout the nation. Good or bad officer, you don't risk your life or someone else's life by not following orders. And he did give a lawful order. He didn't say it very nicely.
Yeah.
Okay, but it was a lawful order. And I can imagine the amount of frustration he was feeling at that time. And we're all human, and we forget that. And so, he should be reprimanded probably for the language that he used. But, in active defense of his own life and the others around him, and I can't. Jerry says, legal immigrants make a great citizen, but illegal immigrants make a dangerous criminal. I don't think I've seen a comment that I agree with more recently there, Brother Jerry. You are absolutely right. I'm just going to let that sit up there and let people come by and read that and just let it soak in. Osmosis. You're right. A lot of these guys that are coming in are gang members. A lot of them that are coming in are murders. We've got those. We've got rapists. We've got child sex offenders. We've got all kind of stuff that's coming in illegally. And they're running. Okay. But, with all of that being said, and you think they're going to mind stealing money from American citizens? No, they're not going to mind. And it's not just there, but it's not just there. We can't point. We do not need to point a finger at just Minnesota. We can say, oh, that Tim Walz, that gummit, he may have a big part in it. I don't know. Ilhan Omar, I believe she has a big part in it. I don't know that for sure. I believe that. That's my personal opinion. But I don't believe that that's where that buck's going to stop. I believe we need to go through every state. Because if they found a way to do it in Minnesota and California, they can find a way to do it anywhere. Now, they may have had help, don't know. But I'm just saying, we need to go through every state. So, now let's go. I want to go back on this story that we're talking about. Brother Jerry, I'm going to take it down for just a minute. Now, I want to go back and talk about this incident some more. All right. And we ran into this the other day with Venezuela. I mean, within an hour or two afterwards, that the whole thing, and I believe Josh is sure about me. Yeah, I believe so too. They're Barry over there on Rumble. Jen, if you can highlight those and copy and paste those
Oh, okay.
and bring them over to Evie if you want.
Oh, okay.
That's how I do it. I just copy and paste.
Okay. I'll have
Um,
to let Fred Berry.
the where was I? Okay, I'm sorry. I've been worked up on this all day long. You can ask around. I've been. Let me get my thoughts back together here. Okay, within a matter of hours, they had signs made, not crappy signs, good signs, um, that were ready to go out, to be distributed, to be, and calls for riots, and we need to be here, and we need to be there, and really pushing for a disruption in America. The same thing happened with Venezuela when we got Maduro or whatever his name is. We got him out, and his wife, and we brought them here within hours. And they already had signs made, stop the bombing. Well, the bombing had already stopped, you know, and he was gone for 3 hours before his actual military people even knew he was gone. He was already been gone for 3 hours, so, you know, but it's these organizations that are pushing out for disruption so quick and so organized. And I'm going to say Fox News has done a pretty good job of covering these organizations and who's actually backing them. And it's a lot of it is Chinese. A lot of it. They want our country disrupted. They want our country at each other's throats. So, all right, let's see here. Michael said, I got profiled by an officer once on a dark roadside, and I followed everything he told me, which he didn't really like. But I left when he didn't have anything on me. There you go. Just do what they say. I'm a smart aleck anyway by nature. So that's hard for me. But generally, I'll walk away. So, Brother Jerry said, Minnesota is a cesspool in America, but there again, Atlanta and Fulton County did this nation wrong during the election. Yeah, it's not just, you can't just point to any one city or area. You just can't. Because if you do, then you might, look over here. We're stealing everything over here. Oh, well, they're not paying attention over here. We'll steal some over here. Yeah, and it's so freaking sad that these people are so willing to go through and just steal money like that. Oh, we're not hurting anybody. We're stealing from the government. Yeah, you are. You're stealing from the taxpayers. You're stealing from me, stealing from her, stealing from all y'all. I mean, it's theft, and there's no nice way to put it. Michael said my daddy was at a bar years ago. A man hit my daddy, and my daddy was like me. He didn't take no crap. That man kept on. Daddy went outside. My dad was a great man, but we had enough. So Daddy opened the trunk of his 56 Chevy, got a shotgun, and told the man to cut it out. My dad shot the ground. It was buckshot. It tore the man's knees up. But the funny thing, my dad carried him to the hospital, and they became best friends. I've got some stories like that too over over time.
And that's from Barry.
Barry said people are going to fool around and upset the cat overlords. Then all hex is going to break loose. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, you know, as Christians, we're supposed to forgive. Okay? And we're supposed to obey the laws of the land. And we're supposed to follow the commandments. It's awfully hard, and I struggle with this at times. It's awfully hard to be forgiving when they're stealing from everybody. They're taking those programs that they're stealing from were supposed to be going out to the ones that needed it the most. And that's who they stole it from. That money was earmarked to help the people in desperate need. And child cares. And they haven't found a child yet at one of the things, I don't believe. They may have found one or two, but I mean, or a few, but a lot of these child cares don't even exist. A lot of these organizations that are LLCs and businesses that are getting all these grants and tax write-offs, they don't exist. Like one was in an office above a bar, and they just rent out rooms. I mean, come on. I can't see what Michael said there. We're just going to pop it straight up. I'm going to trust him. If the evil cats get wound up, people will suffer. You're absolutely right. They all will. So this is pretty major stuff, and it's all interlinked in a way. It's all tearing, it's giving everybody a platform to stand on this tug of war that we got going on in this nation between the left and the right. And everybody's just hauling on this rope as hard as they can because everybody feels like they have a leg to stand on, and they do. See, they tried busting in kids. Sadly, childcare in Georgia is very difficult. I didn't realize they were saying even government funding for that. Yeah, there is. They found a way to get it and not even use it. And how much would that child care funding have done good in Georgia to your neighbors, or even in Minnesota where it was supposed to go? How much could that have helped the people in those neighborhoods? My daddy would not shoot nobody. He didn't know it would bounce off the pavement. Just an old story. Law wasn't even called back then. Yeah, buckshot will bounce, so will birdshot. But the money didn't go where it was supposed to go, and that's horrible. Absolutely. Busting, you meant bussing. Okay, I got you. There, Barry. Michael said in the congressional hearing about Minnesota, the highest potential percentage of people on welfare and Medicaid in Minnesota were the Somalians. Yeah, I've seen that, and that's where a lot of this fraud, and I believe that's where a lot of this fraud is coming from. I can't say that for certain. It looks like it. It looks like a duck, and it's walking like a duck, and it's sounding like a duck. But until the law enforcement catches that duck and puts it in jail, you can't really say for certain. I mean, there needs to be arrest made. There needs to be accountability held. All this stuff needs to be done. But just because it walks like a duck and talks like a duck in this day and age don't mean it's necessarily a duck. And do we really want the duck? Yeah, the duck should be grilled. Duck tastes good. We can eat duck. You have to pluck them and, but I want that cow that's feeding that duck. All right? That cow that's instigating everything. That cow that's setting everything up. That's facilitating that duck to walk around. I want that cow. And if that cow has a last name that's Walls, I want him. If that cow has a last name of China, I want them. It all needs to come out. And we need to start pushing for that as a country. What the heck are you doing?
My eyes are itching, so I took my glasses off to rub my face and eyeballs.
Okay. Well, what do you think about all this?
Oh, you know me. I don't have an opinion.
Well, you can have. It's allowed.
I know.
And I don't want everybody to think.
What happened to Jerry?
He'll probably be right back, I would say.
I didn't get.
I don't want y'all to think I'm just talking over Miss Jen. I try to get her going.
No, it's fine. This is his something, whatever you call it. Will.
We just talking about news. My rant up on my cracker box.
It's okay. I'm just sitting here.
Why would they need millions to steal and be in Medicaid? Yeah, they're not doing it to stay here. They want that money so they can go home. You imagine if they had $500,000 in their pocket and they went back to Somalia,
Hmm.
they'd never have to work again. They'd be set for life. And that's true. All right. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not saying that that's the duck, but I'm saying that it certainly seems like a duck. Mm. Michael or Barry, there, she should have hers up on Saturday. She's taking the time off there. She's already got the appointment set up, and she should be there on Saturday. Now, look, y'all, Miss Elizabeth does need some prayers. She's got some family issues going on,
Yes.
and y'all remember her in your prayers. We're not going to talk about her here because but she needs some prayers. So let's not forget that. And Barry and Michael and Jerry, she has been mentioning you guys. She's missing y'all, and she's looking forward to getting back on to the show. Um, so, and I'm running through real quick. We've got several folks on watching tonight. I thank y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, Somalia is known for that, and it seems like the people that they elect for Congress is right along for that piracy and being pirates. Yes, Michael, prayer for us all. And before we log off the show tonight, we're going to pray, but uh,
That's
you have spoken with her, Michael. Well, good. Good. She needs some support right now. And I'm trying to do everything I can. But, you know, uh, now, there's something that Elizabeth and I talked about earlier today. And I'm gonna hit it too. I was expecting her to be here. But I want to make sure that we got everything covered on that. At least some thoughts to think about. It's my opinion. 90% of that is my opinion. All right. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I have seen. That's what the video evidence that I've seen leans toward. Uh, on the woman gets shot over there. I hate that. I do not want that to happen. It breaks my heart. I mean, she had 3 children,
oh,
and
did she
nobody wants to
hear
see
that?
that. Yeah, she had 3 children.
Oh,
Her ex-husband had passed away. One of those 3 children was his. She had remarried a woman, and that doesn't matter. She
mm-mm.
still had 3 children. All right, and I should even have said that. Um, oh.
Uh-oh.
Here's the good part of that whole thing. There, you're gonna love this. Okay, this cracks me up. The Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension drops out of the ICE involved shooting investigation. Listen to how they worded this. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. What just happened there? I don't want that. It has reluctantly withdrawn from the investigation into the shooting of a woman by a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officer. Okay. State Bureau Investigative Bureau said it was informed by the FBI that it would no longer have access to materials required for a thorough and independent review. Minnesota BCA superintendent issued a statement on Thursday morning, saying saying on Wednesday, after consultation with the Attorney's Office, U.S. Attorney's Office, and the FBI, it was decided that the BCA Force Investigations Unit would conduct a joint investigation with the FBI into her death. Later that afternoon, the FBI informed the BCA that the U.S. Attorney's Office had reversed course. The investigation will now be led solely by the FBI, and the BCA would no longer have access to the case material, scene evidence, or investigative interviews necessary to complete a thorough and independent investigation. Without complete access to the evidence, witnesses, and information collected, we cannot meet the investigative standards that Minnesota law and the public demands. Where the hell have you been while all this fraud's been going on? Where have you been? Why wasn't you investigating that? All right. You're obviously inadequate at your job. You're obviously should probably look for another line of work. You obviously have failed. You're talk about your standards that your citizens and the public demand from your little organization there. Where's that been? Where's that standard been? And now you want to try to tout it out? I don't think so. Michael said she left her youngest with a babysitter. That's as bad as going to a bar and leaving a child. Yes. I said the Somalians might even be paying the protesters. Yeah. You never know. I do know a lot of these protesters are paid protesters. They do it for a living.
Yes.
They go out and they'll protest anything, which is just sickening. I can't believe we allow that to go on. But yeah, you've got, the BCA, Minnesota BCA. Come on, what a joke. I mean, give me a break. I'm not buying it. I'm not doing it. They don't want you in there because you're a bunch of screw ups. And I'll say it. I said it. You've already shown how big of a screw up you are. Barry says they need to get rid of the IRS and turn all those employees over to investigate fraud in all 50 states. Yes. Or at least half of them. I mean, come on. Michael says one state attorney said he was going to stop the DOJ from investigating. What, the fraud or the wreck or the shooting? We're kind of talking about fraud. He might be talking about the fraud stuff. No, if they want them to stop investigating at this point in time, it's like saying, "Hey, I'm a part of this. Quit it." To me, I don't know. But they talk about who's at fault. The fraud in his state. Yeah. Okay, then he's a part of it, probably. Can't say that perhaps looks certain, but it sure does seem like it. But everybody's talking about who's at fault, and they're wanting to point a finger, and they want to say it's you. And I'm going to air this out, and I'm going to speak because this is my opinion. It's our show. I think we're all kind of in agreement on this anyway, but I'm going to air out my personal opinion. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. That's fine. You can put your opinion up in the chat, and I'll read it out. In my personal opinion, this started way back when. All right. And it's coming from China. It's coming from other things. But when you start villainizing people and that are there to do a job that they've taken an oath to do, and you start villainizing them, they get mad because, they wear masks. They wear masks because if they don't, they get doxxed. And there's a bunch of nut jobs out there that just love to put a bullet in one of them or run them over with a car. Okay? You got all these nut jobs. These people have families they go home to every night. Now, I'm sorry this young lady's not going to get to go home to her family. She could have. She could have not been there. She could have complied with the lawful order. She could have chosen not to put the car and drive and hit somebody. Okay? So, where's the fault? When you start villainizing people, I mean, now ICE, according to the left, all ICE members, people in ICE are murderers. That's what they are. They're murderers. But if one of them shot somebody, from that was in ICE, they'd be heroes. They wouldn't call them murderers. Uh, that's not right. How many people, left and right, go out and do their jobs every day? And they take pride in the fact that they do their jobs and they do the best job that they can. There's someone very special to me that's working her butt off every day and giving 100% to do her job and do it right and do it in a correct and safe manner. Okay? That's what these people are doing. They're not out to hurt somebody. They're out to enforce the law. And these people are here illegally. They've already broken the law. And if you start talking about our immigrant communities, you best be talking about our legal immigrant communities, because the other ones are not here to help us. They're here to hurt. And they are a drain on everybody. If you want to come to this country, there's ways to do it legally. And that's all that they're asking people to do. And if you can't come here legally, you need to be booted out. My goodness. Now, in all fairness to those that have come here illegally up to now, we can't really do anything about that. You're here. And I know that a lot. Oh, look at my camera. It's being silly because my hands were going. Unlock me, Tiny. Or, yeah. You didn't stay there. Unlock me, Tiny. Thank you. Now, well, you know, California. Let's throw California out there. All right. I try to steer away from California. I'm not a Gavin Newsom fan by no means. I think it's a bunch of tard heads out there, a bunch of idiot. Don't get me started. Let's look at they just lost like $160 million in federal funding because they've given out so many illegals driver's license for big rigs, for commercial semis. It's tens of thousands of them that they've given out. And we've already seen some of the results of this. They don't know the traffic rules. They don't care about them. They're there to do whatever, and you know they're not safe. And most of them did not pass the test. A lot of them did not pass it. Oh, just give it to them anyway. Hey, Erica, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, Erica.
We're going to get on that too here in just a minute. You know, because our children in daycares deserve to be safe. And they do not need to be bitten by other people in the daycares and the preschools. And I'm just saying, we got to straighten this up. You know, no more biters. Sorry.
I'm going to come down there and bite you in a minute. Our truckers is going to bite you.
I got your back, Erica. Don't you worry. Michael said gas is fixing to go up more in California because I ran another petroleum refining company off. Michael says a lot of this is caused by stupidity. You're right. Miss Erica's just all laughing at Jenna. I don't know why.
Ha ha.
Michael says he only buys conservative women. All right. So, yes, Barry, you're right on that over on the Rumble
Sorry,
side.
Barry.
You're fine. We're not forgetting you, sir. We're going through about 6 different things here, but it's okay. We get to you. Members of ICE are part of law enforcement, enforcing our laws. Yes, you are right. And that's the way it should be. You know, so they're going to lose 160 million. Now, how does California justify this? The state of California. These drivers that have these licenses that they were just given to, that they didn't pass the test on, that they can't speak and understand our laws, and they give them licenses and then they go out and they kill people. How is that right? or injure people. I mean, that's a risk for every family that's driving down the road.
Yes, it
But
is.
we don't. But we don't have any standard on that, and you don't know if that guy in that truck's legal or not, or if he can knows how to rules of the road. You know, how many times have you seen a trucker do something stupid, Jenna?
I know, a bunch of times. Miss Elizabeth just got home. I don't know if she's going to jump on or not.
That would be awesome because that's going to lead into the other thing that I wanted to talk about. Uh, we'll see. So we've just got a whole bunch of big old hogwash, netted up scum buckets running this country right now, and it's on both sides. Uh, there was an article that I saw today. That was on Epstein. We'll get to Epstein another time. Uh,
She said
uh,
maybe.
Michael said there were a few people in Kentucky DMV selling license to illegals under the table for cash. You know, anybody that would do that, selling DMV licenses to illegals under the table for cash. You don't care about anybody but yourself if you're willing to do that. I mean, absolutely, you are not. I mean, you could. I mean, you're endangering everybody on the road.
Yes.
Uh, mm, uh, let's see. Barry said there was 17 Republicans and about 34 Democrats they found to be receiving money from Venezuela. Maduro was spilling the beans on people. Good, good, good. Absolutely. I hope he spills the beans on everybody. Michael said just $200 to $300 each. My goodness. And that's all the value they put on somebody's life.
Dang.
I mean, that may be a harsh way to look at it, but that is, to me, that's the value they put on somebody's life is $200 to $300.
I'm sorry. Y'all know I get distracted very easily. So y'all see me looking off doing something. I'm sorry. I'm paying attention.
We know you are. You're probably like me. You got 3 or 4 screens going at the same time here. So you just have fun, do your thing. And if you ever you want to chime in, you just jump right and say, "Hey, hush, let me talk." Mike says you can't go anywhere without wondering if someone's just going to start shooting you. Want to help people. You don't know if you do. They grab your keys, steal your car. Yeah, that can happen. I will say this. Nowadays, if I see somebody on the side of the road, I used to stop. All right, I did. But I kind of figure now they got a cell phone. I'm not getting. You okay? And I'm driving off. I ain't stopping. I ain't getting out of my vehicle. I'm not.
Yeah.
So you got a phone? Yeah. All right. Call for help. It's now half of Senate and half of Congress getting kickbacks from Venezuela. I'll tell you this. I hope this stuff with Venezuela goes through the way Trump wants it to. All right, and I'm gonna and I'm gonna I mean, really and truly, I do, because if it does, it'll be amazing. All right, the United States has all these heavy crude oil refineries, and they're kind of set up around the Gulf. Okay, they're from Texas. Texas folks know about about oil. Oh my gosh! All right, but they got them from Texas all the way over to Alabama. I think. I mean, that whole area, and they can't even run at capacity because they don't have enough heavy crude coming in. Now they get some from Canada. All right, but if this stuff falls into place like Trump's talking about, we'll be getting our heavy crude from Venezuela, and they can start sending ships now. Now they can start sending tankers, and we can get some heavy crude refined. Don't you put your claws in my chair. Start getting some of this heavy crude refined and getting it out on the market. It's going to force Canada to say, hey, we might have to drop our prices a little bit. We get some competition going. Competition's good. Get some lower prices. And, that's going to trickle down. It's going to drop our fuel prices eventually. And it's going to have a lot more of these oil companies involved. And, it's going to be, I hope it goes through like Trump wants it to. I think that could be a really, really, really good and big thing. So, come here. I got you now. Ah! All right.
Chuckers.
Take that, Chuckers. Oh, you're very happy to be up here tonight, huh? Look at him. He got his old squinty eye up there.
Hey, Chucker.
Yeah, him's a sweet
Hey,
kitty.
stop. Sorry, I got two fighting up
It looks like we got twins.
Yeah. Sunshine just bit Alex.
Very stoked. I've heard Venezuela that Chevron was already there. Man, I hope so. That would be awesome. So gas is around $1.79 in Oklahoma and around $6 in California. I had a conversation with somebody the other day.
And I got something on this too.
On what?
On the gas thing, price.
Yeah. That in California, a lot of these oil is probably fixing to go up more because they have like 6 grades of gas, and some of it you can only use in certain places in the state. And these oil companies are like, no, you're crazy. So they're just shutting down the oil coming out of the pipeline. They're like, we're not doing it. And so it's probably fixed to go up around $10 a gallon. So yeah, for that wonderful gas in California. Go ahead. What you got?
Today, coming down Short Avenue, going out to Coosa, we have a Walmart that didn't build their gas station on Walmart land because of issues. So up the road, it's $2.31. There's other places, $2.35. Okay, that's good. You get past Sam's, it was $2.59 and $2.84. I'm like, what the crap, Westron? I mean, and then somebody said it was $2.79 out in Armurchie too, and I'm like, why are the gas prices so all over the place? And I mean,
We need to do, you know what? Let's do an investigation on that. There's one place that we have in Donaldsonville. I'm not going to call the name of the store. I probably should, but I'm not going to. Everybody around here knows it. And it's the cheapest by about 10 or 20 cents around everywhere. Let me tell you something. You don't go there that them pumps ain't full. And that might be why. They might be selling their gas at cost and getting their business on the inside.
yeah,
But that makes sense in a way, probably making more on that off the selling stuff inside than they are off gas. See, Michael said, I seen a guy holding a help me sign. And I was fixed to help him till he told me he made more money doing that sign holding deal. That's wrong. I'll buy food for people, but not hand no money.
yeah.
And he said, we should not judge. That's wrong. He had more than I had. Okay.
That's right.
Let me, what the heck just happened there? There it went. Let me throw this out. I've seen a lot of people and heard a lot of people say stuff to the effect of, well, I'm not going to give them money. I'll give them food. I'm not going to give them money. That's your choice. You're helping somebody. Here's if somebody asks you for help, they're asking for your aid, and you give it to them. If they're asking you for a specific type of help and you're led to do that, do that. If they don't use it in a manner of which you agree with, okay? Like they go and buy alcohol or they go and waste it on whatever. Um, that's not on you. All right. And don't cheapen the fact that you gave somebody in your heart, you were helping somebody. Don't let that take away from what was in your heart, because you did what the Lord led you to do. You did what your heart led you to do. You did what you felt was right at the time. So don't let that take away from that. Don't ask, Michael. That is the best thing I can tell you. Yeah, you might get taken, but if he asked for help and you helped him, just drive away. Don't ask him what he's using it for. If you feel led to help, led to help him, help. But don't let that take that gift away. Uh, that's just my thoughts on that. And yeah, I don't want to support somebody in their alcoholism, and that kind of thought kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. But at the same point in time, if I worried about that every time I went to help somebody, look, I ran in. My ex-brother-in-law he's a mess. But I went with him to a psychiatric place, and there was a lady outside there. And I know they did drug rehab there. And she came up to me, and at the time I was really, my disability hadn't kicked in. I got kicked off my long-term disability as well, and my SSI disability. I was tight. And when I say I was tight, I mean I could rub two pennies together and listen to them scream for mercy. I had a $20 bill. I felt I was rich. I had a $20 bill. And I was going to use that $20 bill. I'd already laid out plans for that $20 bill. I knew exactly what that $20 bill was going into. And that's what I had. I didn't have $20. I had a $20 bill. And this lady came to me. She said, I'm hungry. Can you help me out with some money so I can get something to eat? And I was like, no, I ain't got it. And then she turned around and walked away. And I thought, oh, dear Lord, it's just $20. So I gave it to her. Now, did she use that money for food? I don't know. Did she use it to go buy her some drugs somewhere? I don't know. But I couldn't not do it. And so I'm going to assume she went and got her something good to eat. I ate when I got home. I had a bologna sandwich. Michael said, offered him a job. This was years ago. He had a sign, we'll work for food. I said, get in the car. He said, no, I don't want to work. But if God tells me to help someone, I will, but not knowing they're playing the world. Yeah. Well, I would assume that God put you in his path, put him in your path for a reason. I wouldn't judge it. I wouldn't try. I wouldn't do it. But that's me. That's my personal opinions on that. Everybody has their own. Um, I always firmly believe that if someone needs help, and that's one of the things that aggravates me about this Minnesota thing so much. Those people that are up there, they needed help, and they stole from them. They stole from us, but they took the aid that was being provided from them. So I'm gonna hold off on my other topic till Elizabeth's on here. Well, we got different views on it,
Yeah, she may
and I
not
love it.
since she worked and
Yeah,
everything today too.
yeah, she had a rough day.
Yeah.
So exactly, Michael, and that's the only way you can approach that. That's the only way you can do it. You do what your heart leads you to do, and God's going to bless that. You do what He'll put it on you. I mean, He put it on me. That lady turned around. She had that sad look on her face, and I was like, "Oh dear Lord, you know, it's
Yeah.
just $20." Oh. I'm such an ass. Here, lady. And I had to have that walk of shame when I walked over to her because I just lied to her. I done lied to her about it. No, I ain't got no money. and then I had to do the walk of shame over to her and give her that money. I just, she had to be eyeball like, you liar. And really, truly, I was going to go buy me about 3 or 4 fishing lures for that $20 that I just run out of, and the fish were on the bite. And I had run out of those lures, and that's what I was going to go get. I was going to turn them lures at $20 into a couple of good meals for me. But no, it's okay though. It's not about, we get so wrapped up in judging others. That's not our place in life. It's real easy to judge other people. It is. All right. But the whole thing is, it's not our place to judge people. That's God's place. We don't do that. We just do our thing, and we are the best people that we can be. So I mean, the rest of it, that's in God's hands, you know. And if we try to do more than that, then that's not right on us. We just need to be happy that we're doing what we should be doing. So, oh my goodness.
What?
Hey, to all you folks out there that's watching, tuned in on Rumble, y'all give us a like and follow. Same with Facebook. We didn't quite make our quota on Facebook for our giveaway. We tried awfully hard, and we want to thank everybody out there for the support. And we have actually grown by about 40 something followers in the last month and a half.
Yes.
So, and that's actually pretty good pace for Facebook, especially when you consider we sat there for 6 months at 423. So, we want to thank y'all for that. And we will be doing a drawing for the gift card for Half Pine Forge. We'll be doing it in the next week or so. We're going to talk to Steve and get all that figured out. But we really, really do appreciate it. And thank y'all so much, because you guys make this all worthwhile for us. And if you would, share it out to your friends and ask them to give us a like and follow.
Yes.
If what's sad to me is I share it out to my friends all the time, and I've got not bragging, I've got 618 followers. And I've got more followers than Southern Fried does, and I want Southern Fried to have a lot more than me, because that's my goof off thing. Maybe I ought to goof off more. I goof off quite a bit though. And we do have coming up in the future, we do have some new shows and new ideas. We are going to be doing some Rumble Premium content before long. Hopefully, as soon as we get that blooming follower count to 100 on Rumble, and if y'all don't have Rumble, y'all need to get it. Rumble is amazing. It's a great platform. It's a pain in the ass for podcasters, but just to go on and watch stuff, it's great. And you can follow your folks. That's where our Celtic blacksmith buddy hangs out a lot. He does a lot of stuff there, and Facebook. Steve, we love having him pop in. And in fact, we need to get him on the show soon.
Yes.
What is tomorrow? Thursday?
He's gaming right now.
Is he?
Yep.
Well.
Hello, Gloria.
Hey, Miss Gloria. How are you doing? Glad you're doing tonight. You know, Miss
Mary
Gloria?
wants to know if you heard any news about the monkey farm for 2026.
Oh, I'm doing well, Miss Gloria. Glad you're in here with us tonight. No, I have not heard any news about the monkey farm for 2026. However, I will get in touch with Miss Uvina. I've been trying to get in touch, and she's had a lot of stuff going on, and we will get with her shortly, because I want to get her on here. Well, let's see, Miss Gloria, we're glad you're here.
Yes.
We're talking about a lot of stuff going on, like with the shooting in Minnesota. We've been talking about the oil and the funding there from Venezuela. please feel free to jump in with your opinions. Don't worry about if you agree with us or disagree, or us agreeing or disagreeing with you. We don't work like that here. Your opinions are valued, and you feel free to air out whatever you want to air out on it. Right now, my stance is she was hindering law enforcement. She was given a lawful order. Uh, she did strike a person. That came out later in the day. They actually have video of it. And it was the guy that shot her. She did hit him. And it didn't look like she did. And it's the one that shot her was actually one that had been drugged down the road after being hit by a car last year. There's a lot of stuff into play with that. Number one, she shouldn't have been there hindering law enforcement. And number two, she should have followed the lawful order that she was given. Now, he did give it bluntly and rudely. He was a person having a bad day. I know they just got their vehicle unstuck and they obstructed him. But I'm not defending his words or anything like that. And it's all going to come out in the wash. But the way it looks right now, that's the way it looks. To me, anyway. And if you're seeing something different, please feel free to put it out there. Oh,
I spelled that wrong. Oh well. Sorry.
Miami. Football, I'm trying to see. Is lending.
Yeah, they're
Miami.
leading. They're leading.
What, Michael? Don't you even say that. Oh my God, you're going to hurt my feeling. That hurts my
Send me
feelings.
your Rumble link because I just have the old one.
Okay. Are you over on Facebook right now?
Who?
Oh, Michael.
Oh.
We've got actually have three different Rumbles. Okay.
But you need to do
I'll
Bob
send you
at
the link
Southern
for the
Fried.
main.
Yeah.
Huh?
You need to do
I'll
yours.
send you the link for the main one.
Can't we put it in the comments so to help people go to it? To set up one?
I don't know if that's going to help or not, because that's going to be a big link.
Oh yeah, he's on YouTube.
Yeah. So yeah. Did that go through?
Yes, up there.
That's not cat box up there. I don't know if you can click that or not. It doesn't look like it. That's something else we need to do, is a clickable link on some of these things. Let me just send it to you, Michael. I can send it to you on my personal page, I think. Oh, you're on.
Michael Weaver, you're all good. We're just messing. He ain't got no feelings left anyway. I done hurt them all.
I ain't got one feeling left, sir, and it ain't in the best of shape. Okay. There you go, Michael. It's I don't. Can you click that?
No, I can't because it's just saying me to show it. So that's all it's doing.
Well, that's going to be. He can't. Yeah, you can copy and paste that. I do believe. Yes, you can copy and paste that link, Michael. And that'll be over to a Rumble. So, yeah, for everybody, even you, Michael, download Rumble. I like Rumble. The other Michael. It is my favorite platform right now. You can't copy on here. Are you on Facebook?
No, he's
Have I
on
got you friended?
He's on YouTube.
You're on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah. He's going to be leaving Facebook, he said.
Well, before you leave Facebook, there. I sent it to you on Messenger. You should definitely be able to copy and paste there. So it's there on Facebook. And yeah, now we are going to be doing some new shows coming up. I think I talked about that a little bit. We're gonna try this We've been talking about it for a while, but it's going to happen. We're going to do a cooking show. We're going to do it. I'm doing good to be where I'm at. I'm not too smart. Oh, you're smart enough. Probably smarter than me, I'd say.
You can just download the
I'm
app
just pretty.
and then you just
It
create
just goes to the opening page of Rumble. Does it say Rob at Southern Fried on there? I gotta find this. What's going on here? I don't know. I need to go right there. Well, maybe I messed up there, Michael. I have done it before. Yeah, here. Sorry. Why don't we just do this right here? That's a pretty easy one to do. Did that come up?
It did.
It's rumble.com/user/Rob at Southern Fried. I'll send it to you via the Facebook as well. So, I just jumped to Meta Business Suite because I done swapped over to the Southern Fried versus mine. Y'all don't realize some of this stuff here is just There you go, sir. It is sent through on Messenger as well. So, and I got to switch back over to my Southern Fried page. But we're going to start doing a cooking show. We're going to do this a little bit differently. We have to have so many premium hours on Rumble monthly. So what we're going to do is we're going to put out a cooking show once a week. Either it's going to be me or Janet or Elizabeth. And we all going to cook the same thing. Okay? And when we get done, we're going to put the recipe up. But we only going to air one out here for everybody once a week. We're going to put the other two out on Rumble Premium. So you'll still have access to it, but the Rumble Premium will be where the other two are as well. We are also looking at getting on Patreon, and we may be airing those there as well, along with some other how-tos and DIYs and stuff like that. And thus far for this year, we are planning on 4 for sure, and maybe 5 road trips. Well, I'll have an extra one in there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we're looking at doing the Mayhaw Festival again here in
Yeah.
Colquitt, Georgia. We're looking at doing the Ag Expo in Camilla again. Miss Elizabeth wants to do the Honeybee Festival. Miss Janet, did you pick one out in your area?
Okay, the Mayhaw is in May, right? I mean, sometimes they be.
No, it's in March, I think. Let me look it up and make sure.
Okay.
Uh,
And then the other one that I came to was when?
It was in Georgia. It was in July.
Okay, that's right, because of stupid gnats. All right, all of mine.
It was in air conditioning.
Yes, we was in air conditioning, but still outside was stupid gnats. The ones that Kim said were like the best, of course, are the art markets, which is one in April and one in December. Then you got Bacon Fest is in May, and the chili cook-off is in September or October, and then they have a pickle fest in Dalton in October.
Okay.
So,
Well, you pick us one out in your area. I would rather do your area, close to you. So I think that would be awesome. The
I would say,
2026. Do
go
I?
ahead. No, go ahead. The date. Go
The
ahead with the date.
2026 Mayhaw Festival.
Okay.
We held on Saturday, April the 18th. Did you not get it through, Michael?
I'll just use YouTube.
That was the other Michael. I was talking about Michael McGill. Just if you're still got Rumble going, just look up Rob at Southern Fried. That might be the easiest way. I don't know. But the 43rd National Mayhaw Festival will be on April the 18th. We did it last year, and I want to do it again this year. So
4/18. And the other one we did was July, so that'd be April, July. We don't know when the honeybee is, do we? As long as Joe makes us all and brings us a plate. Okay. So if you got April and July, so we'll see about maybe May or the one in September or October, depending on when the honeybee one is. So we'll see when that one is, and then we'll pick. I'll pick the one for us here.
Well, I want to also try to leave that gap open to go to the Georgia State Fair in Perry.
Yes.
That we're going to try to do that this year. We may not be able to, maybe a next year thing, but I want to leave the door open for that, and I'm not exactly sure when that is.
All right, Michael M. Have a good night, and we'll see you.
Yes, Michael. Thank you for hanging in with us.
Yes.
We'll get this Rumble thing figured out for you. I'm sorry you're having issues tonight. We'll get you on here a little early, and we'll get it figured out. Or Miss Elizabeth may help you figure it out, too. That'll give y'all a good reason to have a chat.
Yeah, go to breakfast.
Yes. There you go. So February 1st, I can go ahead and put in, because I'll be a returning member and a chamber member. So we can go ahead and put it in on February 1st for the Mayhaw Festival, and it's March 1st for the regular one. All right, let me look up real quick. I know it was in July, but I also want to make sure when the Ag Fest in Camilla. Let's see here. So we got Ag Fest Parade. Will be when? There we go. They haven't got it going yet.
Okay.
I will contact them tomorrow.
Okay.
I can probably find out some information on that. Last year they had a bunch of stuff going on. So
yeah.
And I am definitely looking forward to going to that one. They had a lot of homemade cane syrup and everything else. Oh my gosh, it was good. Grits.
Cheese ball. Oh my gosh, y'all. And jellies. It was jellies, and it was.
We're not even getting into the barbecue.
Oh gosh, I got their seasoning, but
y'all, it was a trip to
almost kind of worse than that. Standing out there talking to the guys for the barbecue.
Yes, and that's our part of life here in South Georgia.
Ugh.
So we have so much fun doing these things. I have a ball at them because I explode when I meet people. Anyway, I love meeting people.
Yes, he was all over the place. He was.
And hopefully we're gonna have a little better setup this year, where I've got some different microphones and stuff like that. I'm gonna get some speakers so I can mount them to the top of the canopy and air it out. But yeah, Southern Fried Podcast is looking to be on the road this year, and from the most southern part of Florida I can get to, or the nation I can get to, all the way up to y'all's neck, up in Rome and Cohutta area. I'm gonna be all over the place. So And, I like visiting my Uncle Bob anyway. So I can be right there in amongst y'all. And we
Yes.
go do these things. I can just do that. The only problem is with Georgia State Fair, I think that sucker's a week long.
Yeah.
Let me look real quick. Uh, uh, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
Is
'cause that's still
Georgia?
kind of far from Macon, so I can't do a driving back and forth, and it's
Perry's not that far.
from
I don't
Macon.
think.
It's still
Yeah.
it's still kind of a little ways from Macon for me to drive back and forth each day.
Uh, October. October. So that might be for my birthday. Mm.
Okay, so if it's
Uh,
October, then we may be doing the
do
bacon
what?
fest. If it's October, we may be doing the bacon fest unless the chili cook-offs in September. We'll see what the honeybee thing is.
Yeah. Can't all be at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, let me see if I can find out. And I still have to find out how much it would be for a spot and everything else.
Yeah,
Uh, no, it's not a week long.
it's not.
It's October the 8th to October the 18th. It's a 10-day event.
Yeah, I knew. I thought it was over a week, but we don't have to do
No,
it.
it's an 11-day event. It is an 11-day event because it starts on the 8th and ends on the 18th.
So we don't have to do it
My
like the
goodness.
whole time, though.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Um, uh,
I can't be away from my cats that long.
your mom will feed them cats.
I can't leave my mama that
Sam will
long.
come by and feed them cats.
I don't.
Sam will come by and feed them cats. Your mom likes going to Macon.
I don't talk to her.
Huh?
I don't talk to her.
What do you mean don't talk to her? Oh,
Shut
you
up.
could your mom likes going to Macon, don't she? Ain't there some folks there she visits?
My aunt's there. We're actually going to be going there in the next couple of weeks.
Well, see there. Uh, well, ma, uh, I bet you can find somebody to feed them cats.
Not for 2 weeks. No, I ain't going to be away from my babies.
You're not gonna be for 2 weeks. Gonna be 11 days.
Well, that's
That's 3 days under 2 weeks.
Nope.
Uh,
And my mama ain't going to stay at her sister's that long.
let's see if I can figure out how much. This right here's gonna tell me. Uh, you can't be argumentative there. Uh, there we go. This will tell me what I need to do because we gotta have electricity and everything else there. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that's gonna be, huh?
Why I'm saying not 11 days of it.
Well, why not?
Because they probably want $300, $200 a day.
I won't know till I look. I'm looking. We're not gonna be a vendor, so that's one thing that'll help us. But
Okay,
I
we
don't
just
know if
gonna
it
be
helps
a
that much or not. Huh?
drifter. We're gonna be a drifter.
Yeah, we're gonna be a walking around.
All right, it's
Uh,
fixing to go into the second quarter, and Miami's still leading 3-0.
oh my goodness. All right, exhibitor's guide. Well, we have to be an exhibitor. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to be next to the pigsty because they got livestock exhibits.
Oh, they have a bacon fest in LJ too. Oh, we have a bacon fest here in Rome too, Barry.
Uh, uh, oh my goodness, stuck my
Yes,
face
they
going
will,
on.
Michael. We will figure it out.
It
After
will. We'll get it all worked out and
neck.
get it figured out. We
When
ain't
I go to
scared.
when I go to Macon the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna go down and wring his neck while Mama's in Macon.
Maybe a good time. Can't wring my neck. It's under my fat head. If you wring my neck, I don't have nothing to hold my fat head up. Uh, yeah, it's not giving prices on here. I'll have to call them, but they did give me numbers,
Well, that's good.
so I can just download that, and I will. I will save. I'll save that, and I'll run it through. All right, guys. Well, that is all the stuff I want to talk about tonight. We got Miss Elizabeth coming back on
No, I
soon.
thought we
I'm
were going
gonna
to talk
cover
about
this.
football.
Well, we talk about football. Ole Miss is going to win. I don't care what the score is. Now I know it's going to the second quarter, and Miami's currently winning, but it ain't going to hold.
No, because they still got a while. Then
And
what
Ole
about
Miss, and let me go ahead and say this: I am a Georgia Bulldogs fan, top to bottom. And I know we lost to Ole Miss, but I'm going to tell you this: for a team to perform the way that they did, after their head coach Lane Kiffin just walked out on them and left them. What a scumbag. This is not the first time this butt munch has done that. This team looked up to him and was relying on him to lead them to a national title. Oh no, they can't win a national title. I'm gonna go to LSU where my chances are better. I hope they go all the way and he chokes on that great big turd. I hope they go through and win the national title and he has to choke it down. My gosh, I cannot stand him. And this is the way college sports are going now. You cannot count on your teams, your players, your coaches, and you sure enough cannot count on that jackass. Now, he did it at Tennessee, and Tennessee, and I used to use it to, get Tennessee people fired up because I'll fire them up over Lane Kiffin. Yeah, that worked out real good for you. Let's go ride the Lane train. He's an idiot, and he's a scumbag. And Tennessee fans, y'all are absolutely right to detest him. And Mississippi fans, y'all should be detesting him too. Uh, Track me, Tony. Um, there ain't no way that that scumbag should even be coaching. Unlock me, Tony. Um, I said unlock me. My camera's got a mind of its own. I'll try to talk to it, but it's not listening to me. Unlock me. There. Um, yeah, that was, Lane Kiffin is absolute one of the scummiest coaches that has ever been in college football, in my opinion. He might be okay. He might win some games. Oh, he's just so good. He won't finish what he signed up for. You know, uh, you talk. Mm,
and then after the Falcons won their game against the Saints, the Falcons coach and the general manager got fired that night.
you know, it's hard to have sympathy for the Falcons. You know, they've been the joke of the NFL for a while. Uh, and I will throw this out there. There is a coach that the Falcons might ought to be looking at by the name of Jim Harbaugh that is available. And if I was the Falcons, I believe that I would look at Jim Harbaugh.
I forgot I think they were talking about something tonight after the owners did a press conference this afternoon, and then the news said they were looking at somebody, but I didn't catch the name. So And 4 other coaches got fired on Black Monday, but I don't know who they were. I forgot to look them up to see who else got fired.
Yeah, that's all NFL. I'm not a real big NFL fan.
Yeah,
I
I
do
know,
like
but
football.
I just catching it.
It's funny to me. And I look, I'll root for the Falcons. I'll root for the Hawks. I don't think I've watched the entire basketball game in my life, but I'll pull for the Hawks.
Yeah.
I follow the Falcons, the Hawks, and the Dogs, and the Bravos. Beyond that, I don't really follow a whole lot. Now, right now, I'm really following Mississippi because I want to see Lane Kiffin eat crow so bad I can't stand it.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you something. That coach that came out there and coached Mississippi, I can't not remember his name right now. He took charge. He didn't want to be the head coach, but he took charge of it. He took that team out there and he beat a good Georgia team. Was Georgia all the way ready? I don't think so. But that's my heart speaking. But I am not going to take away from Ole Miss's accomplishment there. They went out and they beat Georgia. They beat them like a redheaded stepchild. I mean, don't get me wrong. Georgia played good, but their quarterback from Ole Miss just was shining like a star. I mean, every pass he threw was dead on. If he ever let go of the ball, you knew just about that it was there.
Pete
And
Golding.
poor Stetson Bennett, he took a beating in that game.
Mm-hmm.
He did. You know, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, Pete Golding is his name.
Yes, Pete Golding. That dude, he was defensive coordinator, and he's going to be back next year as defensive coordinator, I think. And I think he's making them hire a new head coach. He doesn't want to be the head coach. But right now, depending upon what they do tonight, I bet they could talk him into it. And if they can, now this is a guy complete opposite of the jackass king, Lane Kiffin, who would leave his team high and dry. This guy came in and said, I don't want to do this, but I will for the team. My good, I hope they, sorry. Lane Kiffin will forever be the jackass king in my book. And I try not to use too much bad language. Some of the times it slips out, but Lane Kiffin, you're a jackleg. Yeah. Get me started.
Yes.
Well, I tell you what, I think after talking about the Jackass King, that's a good place for us to stop for the night. We got more news coming up tomorrow night. What is today? Thursday?
Today's Thursday. We'll be back till Monday.
Oh, well, maybe we'll sneak in.
Well, we might just sneak in then.
We might sneak in. We'll see. But yeah, we kind of like our 3 days off. Because then we go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We got 4 days in a row. And that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that way, it gives us time to get out on the weekends and do stuff and do some other stuff, like some projects, some extraneous projects that we have working up for the podcast. And yes, we are going to be doing some recorded shows and stuff like that, but most of those will be for some other projects.
Where did you say he was from, Roy? Roy or Rob?
Roy. Me? I'm from Georgia. I'm down here in Colquitt, Georgia. Colquitt, right in the southwest corner of the state. Just about from my backyard, you could spit in one way, spit in Alabama, and turn around to the south and spit in Florida from where I'm at. Kind of. If you could spit really good, about 20 miles in either direction. But yeah, I'm real close to the Georgia and Florida line. Or Georgia.
We're closer to the Alabama line than he is.
What do you mean? Yeah, well, and it shows. Coosa.
Whatever. Listen to him, Michael.
Hey, I'm from. Hey, I'm closer to where rednecks originated from than y'all are. You know they originated in the panhandle of Florida. You know they did. I got Chuck and Pangers over here playing with each other. Pangers has gotten a box, and Chuck's trying to get her, and she just came out the other end and is gone. And Chuck's fat foot is wedged on the tree, I think. If she stays in the box, she'll wear his head out if he tries to get her. And I don't think there's a claw that comes out. It's just whack, 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 whack.
Bless him.
So, yeah, Michael, when we have these festivals and stuff, come on by. Hopefully, in February, we're going to have us some shirts up.
Yes, I know. I've
You
never.
know,
I never.
I know, Michael, I know if you live anywhere near her, you redneck. I wrestled in Center, Alabama, which isn't too far from y'all.
No.
And yeah, they believed it was real. In fact, that's where I got knocked out.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. It was by a person in the audience. I had made her so mad, and I'd been on her for weeks. And we won the match. Me and my tag partner won the match. And we was leaving, and I woke up in the floor. And she had put a brick in her pocketbook. I got out back. I got in the back, and partner was like, "You okay?" I was like, "Oh my God, what happened?" And he got me in the back. Excuse me. Oh, that slipped out. But that's what I said. We got in the back, and they called the law and everything.
Oh.
He was coming in, was filling out paperwork for me to press charges on her. He's like, "Well, we're fixing to take her to jail." I said, "I didn't press no charges." "You're not pressing charges?" I said, "No, she could have killed you." I said, "I baited her for 3 weeks. Why in the world would I?" He said, "Well, what are you going to do?" I said, "I'm going to buy her a ticket for next week." I was her from then on. She was my biggest fan. What do you do? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
She didn't get in the ring. And it was an old lady. She was like 70. I say that like that's so old now, but now that I'm 55, that doesn't look so old. But y'all have a great, wonderful evening, a great, wonderful weekend. We're going to work up a whole bunch of stuff. Come next week, we're going to hit this thing just like trailblazers. Y'all share us out on your social media sites, if you will, especially Facebook and Rumble. Oh, we would greatly appreciate that. Help us grow, and we're trying to grow. We're doing everything as quickly as possible as we can. We are officially a business now. I got papers.
Yes.
Yes. And so we're officially up and going, and we are all excited. And we're going to have to do a special thing. Oh, I got an idea. Why don't you do a beauty contest for your cats? Like at Floyd Feline. Get them to dress them up and do a beauty contest with the cats.
I cannot dress my cats up.
At Floyd Feline, the ones that they have up for adoption, how bad do they want to adopt them? I want to see a cat in a miniskirt.
Them cats don't want to be dressed
A
up.
tube top. Well, just get them to walk down the board. And you can play in the background, have like, "I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy. Yeah." While the cats are walking down there. That would be fun.
Yeah.
If the cat turns around and goes the other way, that'd be just make it even better.
Talk to my butt.
Yeah.
No, I just wished I knew more about it, but just getting to talk with y'all helps me out loud. He just went black on me. That's good, Michael. My co-host disappeared. Well, y'all, I don't know what happened to him. There he is.
I don't know what happened there. It just shut off.
264, but that's right.
Well, don't take your hat off then. I get on everybody. Don't get upset.
So, all right.
All right. Y'all have a great night.
Yes.
We'll see you
Thank y'all, everybody.
Monday.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much. No, I'm back now.
He's back.
Back in black. Hit the sack. Been too long. No, I'm sorry. All right. Y'all be good. See you soon. We need to do a prayer. We need to do a prayer yet.
Yeah, we got to do a prayer.
Y'all get up and bow your heads with us. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We ask you to especially be with our country in these troubling times. We ask you to be with Miss Elizabeth, both of our Michaels and Barry, and Brother Jerry. Please help us keep you in the forefront of what we're doing on our podcast. And if anybody hasn't found the Lord Jesus as their personal Savior, we ask you to intercede and put him in their path. And dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for all, and we ask you for all in our Lord Jesus' precious name. Amen. And while we're talking on that subject, real quick, guys, if there's somebody out there that hasn't accepted Jesus Christ as their Savior, you see that email down there at the bottom? Send us an email. Let us talk with you. We'll be happy to. If we can't get our point across to you, Joe and Donna from Love Endures will be happy to. And that is the most important decision that you will ever make in your life. And we will be happy to talk with you about that. So, all right. Can you hit the music if I hit the other thing?
Yes.
All right. Y'all have a great, wonderful night, and we will see y'all Monday evening at 7 p.m. We're going to start
6 for them.
6. I'm sorry, 6 on Monday.
Yes, for Joe and Donna, because they have to.
And then all the rest of them will be at 7 on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yes, that's.
We start a little earlier on Monday to help accommodate Joe and Donna, and we're happy to do that. So.
Yes.
All right. So, guys, y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday at 6.
All righty.
Salute.
Salute.
I wake every morning to the sun, grab something to eat and get out on the run. I'll work all day and play all night. It's a